Hey, do y'all remember that video where I geeked out about Persona 5 and Arsène Lupin? Of course not, that only broke like 1,000 views. Oh, what about that one video where I talked about Isabelle and made a Persona 5 reference? Look, the point is, I really like Persona 5. The game stole my heart and was one of my favorite games of 2017, rivaling that of Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. So you can imagine the pure excitement that happened in my car when I heard that Joker would be in Super Smash Bros. He was such a pipe dream character that I never once considered him likely for Super Smash Bros. But I guess in the end, Atlus has had a very strong relationship with Nintendo, proving that their support for the Switch would come in the form of Shin Megami Tensei. But come on, a franchise that's been mostly associated with PlayStation coming to Smash Bros. Is unheard of. Wait a minute. Although I am stoked as all can be about Joker, the Smash fanbase has a natural tendency to complain about anything.
A DLC character? One which is completely optional that I don't need to buy, but it isn't one of my most wanted picks? Time to complain on the internet for days.
Granted, the Joker hate is small and there's nothing wrong with disliking a character, but with a game title as the Ultimate Smash Bros. That brings 74 options of fighters to choose from, I find it hard to believe that people get antsy over just one. And sure, it could just be an incredibly vocal minority, but I still can't help but laugh at some of the poor arguments that I've seen against Joker. Such arguments from salty fans include:
Joker doesn't have a long history with Nintendo, so he doesn't deserve to be in a Nintendo crossover.
And yet, Cloud is immune from this argument because he is Final Fantasy's poster boy? Although the character of Joker hasn't had a long history with Nintendo, the company Atlus has, even creating a fusion spin-off series that combined the Shin Megami Tensei series and Fire Emblem. Then again, I suppose Fire Emblem is something that fans complain about as well. Regardless, Atlus is more than qualified to have a rep in Smash Bros. If they wanted their poster boy to be Joker, then so be it.
Joker hasn't had a game on a Nintendo console yet, therefore he should be included.
Although Persona 5 itself hasn't made it to the Switch, yet, this is still a false statement to make. Persona Q2, a game that features the cast of Persona 5, was released on the 3DS. And if all it took to say Cloud was viable for Smash Bros. Was that he was in a Kingdom Hearts game on the Game Boy, then this more than counts for Joker.
Joker isn't a gaming icon. Only third-party gaming icons should be in Smash Bros.
This one is just comical to me. The game was nominated for several Game of the Year awards, brought home the gold on a few, but because it isn't a retro rep from a well-known franchise, people choose to complain? Another counter to this argument being Bayonetta, who although she is a cool character, is nowhere near as iconic as several other characters from her genre. Plus, several Nintendo characters in Smash are not nearly as iconic as Joker would be. I don't see Dark Pit winning any awards for the most iconic character in Smash.
Weebs are taking over Smash Bros. Japan bias.
You seriously are going to call out Japan bias in a game that gave us Ridley, King K. Rool, Dark Samus, Simon Belmont, Incineroar, Ken, the Inklings, and Isabelle? The only remotely anime character was Chrom in the base game, and he was an Echo Fighter. American bias was much more prevalent in this Smash cycle than any other. Dark Samus being exclusively an American choice, Ridley's Outcry being centered almost entirely in America, and King K. Rool getting a massive amount of the votes from the ballot in America. But one anime character gets added to DLC and suddenly weebs are attacking. This is probably the poorest argument I've seen against Joker. Well, second poorest.
Oh great, another anime sword fighter.
The whole anime sword fighter bit is a can of worms that I will open some other time. But come on, if you think that Joker will only focus on using his sword, which is actually a dagger, you must have not played Persona 5. Melee attacks, magic attacks, a gun, and a whole slew of personas are available to Joker outside of his dagger. Now in the end, talking about the salt in some Smash fans really doesn't matter all that much because to some degree, it's understandable. People grow attached to the characters they love and want to see them in one of the most iconic crossover games of all time. But when those characters are beaten by someone that they aren't attached to, they tend to get angry. I'm not saying you can't hate a character for being in Smash, but discounting a character's inclusion due to personal bias when there is clear evidence for that character's inclusion is a whole different story. You'll win some and you'll lose some, but in the end that's part of what makes Smash Bros. Speculation so much fun. Speaking of losing some, here is one last salute to those who were deconfirmed, or probably deconfirmed, but we don't really know because spirits are really a gray area, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with deconfirmed because my heart can't take this anymore. Isaac. Used growth to increase his chances, but ended up increasing the chances of a potted plant. Skull Kid. Let's be real here, LZ18 was the only reason that people were speculating this one. Shadow. Sakurai heard all of the arguing about Shadow being more than an echo, and decided to end it very painfully. Springman. Two made boxer, wrestler, and fighter characters. Rex, Pyra, and Mithra. Not even Shulk could change their future. Gino. First two Final Fantasy tracks, now this. Shantae. I mean, to be fair, if Shovel Knight didn't get in, I wasn't expecting much of her. Dixie Kong. Outdone by a crazy-eyed crocodile. Jack Frost. Looks like Nintendo liked Joker a little better, buddy. Marks. To be fair, his boss fight is pretty cool, so I can't really complain here. Rayman. Let's all just be thankful that the rabbits were deconfirmed with him. Bandana Waddle D.
Why? Oh god, why?
And last but not least, a whole crapload of other choices I am too lazy to go through and draw. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed me making fun of some of the crappy arguments that Salty Smash fans have against Joker. Be sure to subscribe for more content like this and let me know how I can improve in the comment section below. Until then, I'll see ya.